Bing and Scrum. It is the Kent Beck Scrum, and it's Matt and Sam, and we have just been in a meeting with the it's Wiki EDU, I guess, is the name of their thing. It's the Wiki Education Foundation, wikiedu.org, who are starting a new project, and they've got like a Rails and React app that like needs
sites.
They have a couple of sites, yeah. So that was very interesting to hear about that. You know, I think it's the kind of project that lots of people want to get involved in. I guess I guess it sort of seems to be what Agile Ventures is born to do. In as much as I'm having this conversation with oh god, what's his name, Armando, like about basically having Agile Ventures do more maintenance of apps that have been made by his students for the charities that they've made them by. And it's this kind of, it's interesting because it's in the 169 course. They talk about, and they quote this thing of like how maintenance is the big, you know, life cycle of these things. And it's I don't know, I guess it's a Muggins game. I feel like I would love to be being paid for like the building of these apps the right way in the first place, so that they could support the long-term stuff, rather than being the person who has to come in and pick up the pieces afterwards, you know, when maybe the design principles haven't been followed so well at the beginning. But
I know maybe you're thinking of some sort of level where you support.
Yeah, well, that's actually what we're talking about with Armando, is basically a new kind of premium plan specifically aimed at nonprofits, saying, you know, you will get this kind of level of support. I think it's you know, for Sage, he's got more kind of the angle of he's looking to get developers. He doesn't need so much us to manage his servers for him. He can do all of that. But for a lot of I think for the non-technical nonprofits, you know, who Armando's students do work for, then what they want is someone who can like restart the Heroku app and so on. Michael, you gonna say something?
They want someone who can do everything, basically.
Yeah, certainly some nonprofits do, and that's. But yes, so other things being equal, I'm reviewing this RSpec, new RSpec 3 book that's coming out in February, and that's nice. I think that'll be a good resource for people to have.
Where did Sage hear about you from? About us?
I don't know. That was one of the questions I've just asked him in the channel. So yeah, it would be very like, I mean, it's, you know, I think that one of the big advantages of something like this is like, you know, taking Agile Ventures from this kind of kooky thing to something that's actually starting to be taken a little more seriously. You know, whether we can get to a level of people take us seriously, I mean, you know, I don't know. If I'll say we'll be taken seriously. If GitHub sponsors us, then I think we'll be being taken seriously. But with coming up, yeah. Well, Michael and I, we just were looking at local support, trying to work out what's happening with the DRE hosting. We've got a meeting in like 10 minutes with the DRE folks to try and work out what's going on there. Let me go on to Matt. How are things going with you?
I think they're fine. We got one of the features for the Twitter working.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were going to work on the other, but Michael had an approach, and I've kind of forgotten it, so I'm not sure I can do it on my own. But so I either might wait till tomorrow when you or Michael has more time, or and go on to something else maybe now.
Go on, Michael.
We had finished the first feature.
Yeah. Great.
That looked pretty good.
So the difference between the two features as written is that one is about checking the YouTube link and one is about checking the Hangout link.
Right.
And right now it's firing both because the YouTube link is changed. Because we don't have an event instance, so there's it's like a nil YouTube ID to begin with. And then we're feeding in a YouTube ID of 11, so it's changed, so it says, oh, it's went live. So going forward, one option would just be to have an event instance or not feed in a YouTube ID link.
Right. Well, can I just stop you there? Michael's got some new folks coming in, and just yes, that's some good options. Yeah. Well, Matthew, can I ask you specific? Can you put in a work? I'm not seeing a pull request.
Yeah, I'll put a WIP in.
Can you put a work in progress pull request, and we can and maybe Michael and I will have a little bit of time later, and Michael and I can maybe discuss and make sure that we're on the right track later on.
I'll put it in.
That's great. Is there anything else blocking you at all at the moment, Matt?
No, I think in that case, I'll just go to work on the delete. The user deleting his account is done, I think.
Okay.
So there's the other one, the third one I was working on. I'll go to that. I can't remember.
Sure. Yeah, and I think there's some questions in the Redeemify channel that you might want to, that Francis was asking. Alex,
yeah, I'll do that too.
You might want to have a little look at that. I'll try and review everything else there. That's great. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah.
We've got John and Chris have joined us, which is awesome. I think maybe first time in the hangout. John, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just about. You're a little bit quiet. I'll just boost your volume if you want to come a little closer to the mic.
Okay. Yeah, this is. I think it's my first time in the hangouts, but
yeah, welcome, welcome,
and working on some stuff. So.
Yeah, great. And so what we do I don't know how familiar you are with Scrum and Agile and so on, and we sort of have this open thing here. We just people got to go around and say what they've been doing, and if there's anything blocking or they're stuck on it. But you're looking to get involved in a project, in a Rails project, Node project, particular tech stack or particular aspect. What's your interest?
Right now, I do have my own project that I'm working on, which is it's called Open Radio.
Oh yeah.
And it's a Node.
Cool.
So I don't know if that's a good stack or not, but
we have some Node projects, we have some Rails projects. It's all good fun, you know.
Okay, cool. Basically the idea is that you get online and you kind of like mix music together, and it's like an open kind of broadcasting station too. So it's definitely kind of in a prototype stage. So basically I only have a working kind of a DAW, if you know what a digital audio workstation is. It's sort of a toy DAW where you can go in and you can mix music, and then the idea is that sort of there's some other projects sort of like it.
Right.
I've noticed it developed.
Cool.
And basically, the idea is that like you want to open source the music, you know, or
right.
The broadcast or whatever it is, and let people use the content to make more music or
wonderful
broadcast material or whatever. So.
Yeah, that sounds great. Now, is the code for that up on GitHub or some other open source?
Yeah, it's an open source project. So.
Right, great. Did you want to pop the link in the group chat? I guess you're particularly looking to try and pair up with somebody to work on your own project. Is that's your hope?
I mean, that would be ideal, but I'm open to to working on some other projects too.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like a great project. I'd love to, kind of one of the things we do is, Agile Venture kind of helps provide a home for open source projects, to kind of like collect, more developers and so on to that. So we can certainly look towards kind of pulling you in and putting some resources your way to kind of promote the project within Agile Ventures. I guess, is Node your preferred tech stack? Is that, or you're looking to learn some other tech stacks, or what's your...
Yeah, I know a little bit of Rails, a little bit of Node.
Yeah.
C++, Java, a little bit.
Sure.
C#. So I've used a number of languages. I don't know that I'm really expert in any of them.
Sure.
But Node is the one that I have been using most recently. So.
Yeah. Well, what I would say is we've got a... Well, actually, are you in our Slack instance in the Agile Ventures Slack? Do you?
I think I am. I'm. Yeah, I was a little more active earlier in that.
Oh, right.
But
yeah,
I use the Gitter now a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, the place. What I would say is, I mean, about the projects for the kind of open radio. I'm sharing my screen here. We've got this channel that you may or may not be aware of called New Projects.
Okay.
So that's a place just for people to, like, when they're thinking about a project, they've got a project and they like to get other people's input in it. That's a great place to just, you could mention and post the link to the GitHub and just say, hey guys, I'm interested in this project, and we can sort of like try and find a fit there. What I would we've got a couple of Node projects. We've got this one called Async Voter, which is reasonably active at the moment, and there's also Agile Bot, which is also kind of Node. It would be great to get you maybe doing a little bit of pairing with some people, or just some work in one or other of those existing Node projects, and you can kind of see the flow or whatever, and then that can maybe help inform sort of getting more people from Agile Ventures involved in pairing with you in your own project, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what were the two, real quick? With me?
There'll be async voter and agile bot. So I'll put the names of the Slack. I guess what I can actually do is I'll just let's see if I can find you in the Slack. There you go, found you. So I'm at so what was the name of your? Did you have a name for your project? It's called Open Radio.
Openradio.net. Yeah.
Cool. Your Open Radio project sounds really cool. Oops. Well, there's so many people in here. I typed cool and it's so I'm going to invite you into that channel. I hear you are using Node. Do check out async loader and agile bot are our two existing Node projects. Cool. Nice one. Any other questions I can answer for you or?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, so I'll look at it was async voter and agile bot.
Agile bot, yeah. And so I've just posted those into the Slack channel there. And so if you look in the, you should, if you go to your Slack instance or whatever, I don't know if you're using the downloaded one or just the web thing, you should see like a highlight for you on the new projects, and then actually it'll have like hyperlinks in the new projects channel directly into those two project channels for those two projects.
Okay, perfect.
Nice one. Well, fantastic to meet you, John. We've got to run off for another meeting now. Yeah, wonderful. Really look forward to hearing more about concept of Open Radio. Love it. Let me just check in with Michael. I think I kind of cut him off before. Michael, anything else to update us on?
No, that's it.
All right. Okay. I think that is the end of our Scrum. Yeah. So I'll be doing a meeting with one of our sponsors now. And yeah, Michael, if you want to join me, I'll try and get the Hangout link set up for you. But there we go. Great. Let me turn off that and put my thing on. John, great to meet you, and see you real soon.
Yeah. See you soon.
All right. Bye for now. Thanks, Matt. Cheers, everyone.